There we are. Thank you. So now at this time, we ask that you please mute your mics for the best sound experience. Otherwise, the feedback could interfere with the information we'll be sharing with you today. So without further ado, here is Mr. Louis Pratt.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Prep Tejano virtual event for fall 2021. Today's presentation is called Free Genuity Coursework, Getting an Edge on Student Retention. My name is Luis Prats and with me today is Renson Magallon and we are advisors with the Prep program. Yeah, Renson, if you can expand it, hopefully we can get it done. Just wait a few seconds.
It is not expanded?
No, it's compressed.
How about now?
Still the same.
No, maybe making it full screen at the top. Or resharing, that might help too.
We are having technical difficulties, but we're getting there.
It's a little technical difficulties, no worries.
There you go. It looks better. There you go.
There, perfect. Okay, I'll let you continue your presentation.
Okay, next. Okay. Prep has been part of El Paso Community College since 2003. The pre-testing, retesting educational program we call Prep helps students prepare for the placement exam. Since the beginning, there have been many changes that affect our program. With the changes in technology, we also had changes in the tutorial programs available for our use. Ooh, I remember the first tutoring program we had was only available if you came to our campus to tutor. Wow, how things have changed, huh? We have changes in developmental courses that affect student placement. When we started back in 2003, we had 4 developmental math levels, 3 reading levels, and 2 levels in English. Students could end up placing into, if the student end up placing into the lowest ones, you can spend up to 4 semesters before you were able to take college courses. Wow. There were no dual credit programs or early college high schools back then. That meant that during the summer months, we provided services to over 3,000 graduating high school students who had to test to enter the fall semester here at the PCC. Today, with most of the students testing at their high schools in core-requisite courses and other programs, our numbers are a bit smaller. But those students that do work with us and we help to prepare to test for the first time or to retest continue to do well in school. 80 to 98% of these students continue and pass their gatekeeper courses. One of the reasons Prep is successful is the great support our advisors give to our students. We have advisors at every campus who work closely with the counselors and with the testing personnel to ensure that all our EPCC students have the resources to prepare and test and do well. One of those resources is the Genuity tutorial program. It's an online tutorial program that offers great adaptability and allows us to adjust its coursework to fit the students' needs. Other resources we offer are 4 or 5-day boot camps, which are tutoring sessions with some of our best El Paso Community College faculty members. These are available for students who are retesting or who are trying to rank into our health occupation programs. That includes our nursing program that use the TEAS test to rank. Genuity has given us the resources to create coursework specifically for that test. Next. Okay. The Attenuating Courseware available for students include the TSIA2 assessment test material. As I said before, Genuity allows us to take our repetitive lessons and other offline material and making it very adaptable in its use. It also allows us to create other courses like the NCBMs and INRW courses. We also created developmental courses that can be used for supplemental work by our faculty, as well as specific courseware requested by faculty for special classes they teach. Next. Now let me turn it over to Renson, who will give you a demonstration on how Genuity works. Renson?
Excellent, Luis. Thank you. So next, I will show you more in detail how Genuity looks to our students. Once the students are provided with access to a Genuity, they will need to go into the Genuity login page. There, they will enter the EPCC ID number as username and in lowercase letter the word prep as password. Only the first time students log in to their account, they will be required to watch a couple of short orientation videos. These videos should be about 2 to 2.5 minutes long and will show students how to navigate through the courses assigned in their corresponding sections. Once the required orientation videos are completed, students are prompted with their Genuity account home, where they will see the different course modules their prep advisor assigned them. From here, they can choose which module they want to start reviewing with. After students click on a module, they will be prompted with the course map from where they will be able to select the lesson they want to start or continue with in case they left it pending. Let me now show you a little animation of how this process I just mentioned takes place. You will be able to see that after logging in, our students need just a couple of clicks to start their lesson. Okay, so once they log in, they already input their EPCC ID number and password as mentioned. They are going to be prompted with this, their EPCC, their Genuity homepage. After that, they can just click on one of the modules, in this case, the ELAR, and they're going to have option to select from introduction, summary, assignment, and quizzes in case they already started. Okay, so once, let's say the student clicks on introduction, they're gonna be prompted with the lesson. Okay, so each lesson also contains different portions to it. I don't know if you can see here on the bottom, this is specific introduction has 12 portions to it. Okay, and as you can see, each of the portions is about a minute or less than that. Okay, they can also be, of course, a little bit longer. All right. All right, so now let's dive a little bit deeper into the aids that Genuity will provide our students to help them have a better interaction with the program and modules. This will be through its learning tools, which are divided into two categories, those being student course tools and student lesson tools. Under the category of student course tools, we have our course map, e-notes, and progress report. When combined, these tools will help our students by guiding them through the available sections. Will also enforce information retention and provide an overall performance status for them. On the other hand, student lesson tools will aid our students more directly, as they will be essential while a lesson is in progress or an assignment or mathematical problem is being worked out. Under this category of tools, students will have features such as a highlighter, calculator, the normal probability, transcripts, e-notes, and Glossary. All right. So next, I'm gonna start showing you each of these tools. I'm gonna start with the course map, which will outline the different lessons, assignments, activities, and quizzes found per unit. Just as a note, we have set up our modules so students can move freely from one unit to another or skip lessons, as we understand some of our students might be more knowledgeable on a specific subject areas and wish to move to the section they need more practice on. All right, next we have our eNotes. Our eNotes from Course Tools, very important. From Course Tools will compile all and outline all the notes our students make while working on a specific lesson. Notice here on this image how this student is able to see an outline of all the lessons in the Mathematica module. And when a desired lesson is selected, as an example in this case, operations on rational and irrational numbers, on the right-hand side, this student can see all the annotations he or she made while in this lesson. Those notes can be formulas or just something they want to remind themselves about, such as important definitions. It is very important to know that students have the option to print these notes for later use as a review sheet. All right, so now we have our progress report, which is a tool that will allow our students to see a summary of their performance on the selected module by showing them their overall percentage grade, completion status bar, an overall grade only for quizzes, and another just one for assignments. And as I mentioned, this is gonna be per module. So if they want to see this for math, they will have to click on that module so they can see their overall grades for that specific module. All right, now that we have covered the 3 course tools available, we're going to take a look into our next category of tools, which are those used well in a lesson. Our first lesson tool will be our highlighter that can be used by students to make a remark from text on their notes or lesson transcripts, and they will be able to select from 4 colors and then another option just to unselect it in case they just want to stop using the highlighter. Then we're going to have our calculator icon, which will give our students access to 5 types of calculator, starting with the regular calculator, a graphing calculator, matrix calculator, regression, and lastly, a statistics calculator. Then we have our normal probability, which on a separate window will display a normal distribution graph, allowing students to change values as they need. Now we have our lesson eNotes, which is the window where our students will be able to type those important formulas or notes while in lesson. So they can review them later or print them out, as I mentioned to you when we saw course eNotes. Okay. Notice text can be bolded, highlighted, underlined, just as a Word document. So other features are also available. Our glossary, this tab will provide our students with the list of important terms needed for a better comprehension of the specific lesson being reviewed. And last of our lesson tools will be the Transcript tab, and this will provide our students with the script of the information provided by the teacher and the exact time at which this information is mentioned on the portion of the video. This can become handy if students want to highlight specific details mentioned or if a student has any difficulty listening to that specific lesson. All right, and now I'll pass the microphone to Luis so he can go ahead and explain to you a little bit more about a Genuity users today.
Thank you, Renson. A look at our student population. Okay. Our first priority are our pre-testers, those students taking the placement exam for the first time to enter El Paso Community College. Then retesters, who usually are those students returning to school after being out for a couple of semesters, or high school graduates that tested at their high school and did not do well. We also district-wide high school partners, which means that we work closely with our high schools in preparing their dual credit students to retest to be able to take college courses. Also, our early college high school freshmen in preparing them to test or retest to reach college level courses. We also have our health occupation students because they need to have their highest scores on their TSI to be able to rank. Most programs use the TSI-2 to rank, and nursing students need to take the TEAS test to score to rank. We also help students entering special programs that require specific entrance levels. For example, the fire tech, they require math and reading to enter. Automotive diesel require math and reading. Phlebotomy requires reading. Sign language, reading. Cosmetology, reading. And law enforcement that also require reading. Most of those programs require reading because at the end of their program, they will have to test to get a license. Next. Also, faculty requested coursework content. Next. We have created coursework for GED, also coursework for electrician students at the Advanced Technology Center. We have created courses for reading 0111, 0311, and 0312, as well as Math 0114 or 0124, which are core-requisite courses in use today. Any interested faculty that would like to use a Genuity may contact PREP to get courseware access. Next. Now this is an example of a course I created for a GED faculty member that reached out to us for some help with her students that were a little behind. She requested specific areas of math for her students and gave me the order they were being taught and allowed her to have the review the content before she gave her lessons, thus reinforcing the material. As you can see, it started with integers and all the different integer subdivisions, and then factoring, and so and so. Next. Another great feature of Genuity is the ability to create reports. There are two that are my favorites. The first one is the progress report. Now, this report allows us and our faculty to see how a specific student is advancing in their tutorials. As you can see in this example, the student has taken 10 assignments and completed 4 quizzes. You can also see the total assignments and quizzes that are required to finish this area, 34 and 74. You can also get a picture of how the student is retaining the information. As you can see, the student has scored a 52% correct on the quizzes. A little low. Next. This report is the attendance report. As you can see, out of 6 students in this class, only 2 students tutored during the week. Student C tutored Tuesday and Wednesday for a total of 2.5 hours, while student E tutored 5 consecutive days with a total of 11.5 hours. Who do you think may do better on the TSI test? Huh? Oh, no. Now, Renson will give you the information if you are a faculty member of what we need to have from you to create a class for your students. Renson?
Thank you, Luis. So if we have any faculty member present right now with us, please pay attention to these details I'm gonna mention. As Luis mentioned, I'll provide you with information that we need from you in case you want to incorporate a Genuity courseware to your class. First piece of information we will need from you will be your course syllabus. This will allow us to customize and organize topics to your course requirements. As far as time needed, we will require for you to allow us about 2 weeks to have your class modules and student registration ready. We will also need a list of the students that will need to be registered into these modules, including their full name and EPCC ID number, as well as the start and end date for your course. Lastly, we will need you to specify the type of report and how often you will need it from us. Please let your advisor know, as we can do weekly, monthly, or even bi-semester report. Please note that Genuity courseware can be set up for any subject and not only for mathematics or English, as it is shown in this presentation. You can use a Genuity to supplement your course as an extra credit or for only a portion of the semester. Okay, so now other prep resources. Prep not only has the Genuity courseware available, but also has two more tools that can help students prepare for their TSI and TEAS test. These other tools are our math and ELAR diagnostics that can help students pinpoint the specific areas where our students need to focus their attention and study more on. We also have our boot camps, which are 3 to 4 day sessions with faculty from EPCC, and these are available to TSI retesters and TEAS students. Very important to mention is that all our resources are free of charge, interactive, engaging, and have proven to be a very effective tool for those students who take advantage of them. Prep also works in conjunction with our wonderful team of Student Success Department programs to, in case needed, refers students to Tutorial Support Services, SSSP, RAP, and Connect Center. You can find us or any of these programs face-to-face at any campus or online via our EPCC website. In order to get connected with us online, you just need to go into our EPCC website, click on menu, then select resources and services. Lastly, under academic success, just select pretesting, retesting educational program to get directed to our portal. Once there, just click on the Get Connected tab, and one of our advisors will be happy to help you. Our excellent team of advisors will be able to help you online from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. You can also find prep through social media, so please feel free to visit our Facebook and Instagram for our latest updates and announcements. At this time, we would like to provide to you contact information where you can receive assistance from for our services. All right, and you can feel free to request assistance from any of our prep advisors by using these contact numbers. If you prefer assistance at a campus close to you, no worries, prep is available at all campuses. At this time, we would like to open our microphone to any questions from our participants. Does anybody have any question at this moment? Any questions? Any questions?
Do students have to be enrolled at EPCC to use the tutorials? All we need to have is an EPCC ID number, that's all you need. So if you finish your courses and you want to continue tutoring for ranking, or there would be no problem. Okay. Any other questions? Well, the other gentleman tuning for help, I recognize his voice. Who's that? Maybe, maybe not.
All right, is there any other questions? Well, there is one. Can students review a specific topic, or do they have to review all the tutorials? Okay. Can you answer it, Mr. Rinson?
What was the question again? Sorry, I
Do they
just
have to review
removed
all
the.
the tutorials to do a certain topic? Like if they just need help with fractions?
You don't have to. You don't have to. A Genuity is just a refresher. Okay, so students do not need to complete 100% of it as long as they feel that they have acquired enough material to retest. That is fine. They do not need to complete all the sections before retesting.
Also, if a student tells one of our advisors if they're having problem with just a specific area, we can set them up for that specific area. Like if
Correct.
you just need to review fractions, we can set you up for just fractions.
Is there any further questions? Okay, well, if not, I would like to take a moment to personally thank the prep program for a wonderful presentation. Pablo, we are not talking about lunch. Okay, but good question.
Tacos de mayonesa.
Oh, but anyway, we would like to thank y'all for being a wonderful audience, and we would like to thank the prep program for presenting today. But before you go, I would like to share a few resources with you. The first one I'd like to share with you is the Guide to Fall 2021, the OLA Guide. It has all your online resources available for you specifically for tutoring. And so I would like to share that with you so that y'all could download it, or you can just open it up and all those links are active. So let me paste that into the chat for you. I recommend that you check it out. It has Student Success Online Tutoring, which is open 7 days a week. It has our presenters today, which is the prep program, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. It has Sunday numbers. It has the writing centers. It has Friday night calculus, the Via Verde Business and Accounting Lab, the lib guides from the librarians. Oh, and it has the librarians online Blackboard, which is open Monday through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And they help with essays and stuff like that. And they're absolutely awesome. So if you haven't checked them out, I recommend you do. There's also the Philosophy Tutoring Lab, which is new and open this semester. You can check it out if you're taking ethics. And then, of course, there's many other services to you, the Connect Center and the other services. So I would also like to share with you, oops, is Tejano Passports. Now what works is you come over here each week to Tejano virtual events, and we'll give you a code at the end of the session, and you sign in and with that code with your EPCC credentials, and you can get points towards your own free medallion. I've just posted the code in the chat for you. If you would like more information, there is a link for more information on Tejano Passports. This code is going to be good until midnight tonight. And you're not too late to join. You have all semester to rack up points. And so there's gold medallions and there's silver medallions, and you can wear them for graduation. So I do recommend you check it out. And then the last thing I would like to share with you, share files, is this afternoon we are going to be having Happy Math Hour. and we would like to invite you to come to that. Today's session will be on standard form of quadratic equations for Math 1314. And then it will be for Math 1324, we're going to have writing exponential equations in logarithmic form. That's today in the same room at 3 p.m. However, next week, we're going to have counseling come in. It'll be presented by Sonia Santana, and it will be at 1 p.m., same link. And then we also have Happy Math Hour next week as well at 3 p.m. We're going to be going over synthetic division and complex numbers, as well as solving exponential and logarithmic equations. So again, I would like to thank you all for coming today. Thank you to the prep program. And at this time, if anyone has any questions, we'll be happy to answer them for you. But if not, you have a wonderful day and enjoy your weekend. Thank you.